All right, in today's video, I want to talk to you about something incredibly important if you're learning English, or if you speak English as a second language. And this is not going to be one of my usual videos where I teach grammar or pronunciation, but instead, I'm just going to speak to you freely. I'm not going to send this to my editor to edit or anything like that. So it'll be pretty raw, pretty authentic, because I just wanted to share a story with you. I wanted to share with you something that happened a couple weeks ago. And it really changed my perspective on learning English and why it's so important to have good English or to be able to speak English fluently. Now, if you're like most students, I'm sure you learned English in school. I'm sure your teachers, I'm sure your parents told you how important it was to learn English. And I've been teaching for 3 to 4 years now. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands of students in my programs, and I tell them the same thing. I tell them that it's important to learn English. And of course it is, but I hadn't actually considered the true implications of that until recently. And about 2 weeks ago, as I mentioned, I was actually in Jordan, the country Jordan. If you're from Jordan, let me know in the comments. Beautiful country, had a great time there. Something happened to me there. I witnessed something that made me think a little bit. So I was in Petra, beautiful place, very cool place, and one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. And there were 2 tour guides in Petra. One of them very clearly spoke English well. He was fluent, his English was very, very good. The other, probably about 10 meters away from him, didn't speak English at all. And keep in mind, there were a lot of foreign tourists in Petra. I'm from Canada, I was there. French, Germans, some Japanese, I think. Everybody comes to Petra from all over the world to visit. And we had these 2 tour guides. One of them spoke English, the other didn't speak English. The one who spoke English was surrounded by people trying to get on a tour with him. The other guy had no one near him. And I saw that, I heard that, I saw this interaction, and I thought, wow, this guy who's fluent, or he speaks English very well, is probably making 10, 15, even 20 times more than this other guy who doesn't speak English. And it hit home a bit in that moment. I realized English actually changes your life if you can speak English well. Of course, I knew that, but seeing it like that was totally game-changing for me. It was eye-opening. So the takeaway from that for me was that if you speak English fluently, it literally changes your life. It can literally put more money on the table, more food on the table, more opportunities on the table, more trips, more experiences. You can get more out of life if you speak English fluently. It opens doors. It gives you opportunities that wouldn't have been possible if you didn't speak English. And one of the things that I also find very fascinating is that there are actually more non-native speakers of English than there are of native speakers. Most languages like Spanish, Mandarin, right, Arabic, most people who speak those languages are native speakers. But with English, it's the other way around. Most people who speak English are not native English speakers. And English is just such a global language. Obviously, business is done in English. International friendships are often done in English. Relationships. Most things are done in English internationally because English is such a global language, as I said. So if you can speak English well, you suddenly have so many more opportunities than somebody who doesn't speak English. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, it's that English can literally change your life. And I saw that firsthand. I saw two people, exactly the same. One spoke English, one didn't speak English. The one who spoke English had a totally different life, probably. I can imagine he was making more money. He might have had a different perspective on the world as well. Maybe he was more well-traveled. More things came his way, more opportunities came his way just because he spoke English. So I want to motivate you that if you can speak English, your life will change. I hope you found this video useful. Just a very simple, short, unscripted message to you. But if at least one person can take some motivation away from this video, then I'll consider it a success. I'll see you soon.